Welcome to HDPP Live on a Saturday night to the UK and around the world with photos, memories and friends. This is HDPP Live. How are you this evening? Are you all well?
Hinckley District has the present for you, meeting friends old and new. Streaming Wednesdays and Saturdays too, with founder members Paul and Sue. The smiles that we bring are a heritage thing. HDPP, keeping history alive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Where local memories survive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Film clips, photos, memories and friends helps a dreary night go by. We're in Hinckley, six of the best, stupendous, quizzical high. The smiles that we bring are a heritage thing. HDPP, keeping history alive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Where local memories survive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Let's take you back in time. A community affair. We'll take you for a ride. Henson's cab will take you there. We're making history. HDPP, chat room applauses. History supporting local causes. Streaming HDPP live. Betty is our queen bee. The sweetest honey candy. Dangerous Den here again. HDPP live. Hey, you know we keep it in HDPP.
Oh, they're good, they're even better at Christmas time. Good evening and welcome once again to Hinckley District, past and present life. Come on in, I've got the tree up, I've got the fire lit. What more do you want on this very cold December evening? Oh, blimey, I tell you, doesn't the breeze blow right up your toot tonight? Absolutely. Firstly, keep the lights coming in. That's what's making my bell ring tonight. It's not me doorbell. It's not Mrs. G caught outside and I won't let her in. She's going mad. She's loving it. She loves that bell. So while you're keeping those lights coming in, as I say, welcome to my Christmas den. Not Dangerous Den, my Christmas den. Took me all day to do the tree. The fire was lit about an hour ago. And actually, I'm quite warm on me back now. And I thought, I'll wear my old festive jumper. I thought, let's let the festivities fester. Absolutely. And plenty of people in the chat room this evening. But it has been cold, let's be honest. I'm a bit bothered about tomorrow, if I'm totally honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. Why am I bothered? Ask me, why am I bothered about tomorrow, Paul? Why are you bothered about tomorrow? I'll tell you why I'm bothered about tomorrow. They've forecast snow for the southeast, and you know what that means? Oh my goodness. If a single flake of snow, and oh boy, it's going to be headline news. You're going to hear nothing about anything else tomorrow except the snow in London. So please, I mean, I've already seen these silly headlines saying 6 inches to fall. I thought, oh yeah, right. But if it's going to fall on the southeast, my word, you're all going to know about it. Where my viewers in Scotland, okay, they knew. My viewers in Scotland will tell you they're used to it. They don't even bother about it. And I did see some headlines, some pictures this morning of showing where the snow is falling. That ain't snow. Honestly, it was just a dusting. It was nothing. Got it on me tonight, haven't I? Just saying. Anyway, over into the chat room we go. Let's have a quick look. Daniel Coburn. Hi, Daniel. First in this evening, which is nice to know. And Anne Hunt quickly jumped over him and said, I shall go first. Paul Glover and Kevin Beasley also here. Steve Gardner. Oh, hello, Grandad. Hello to you. Also, Dave Blowett says, tonight, Paul, I will try and stay awake. But I suppose with a nice roaring fire and a lit Christmas tree and probably a little drinky poos, you'll probably nod off again. He woke up last week and the stream had finished. Brilliant, love it. Good evening, Kath, who had a wonderful evening on Wednesday night because she didn't bring the old man out with her. No, he allegedly left at home working on the book. I say allegedly. I have to say that. I know it's a bit late on the laugh. We know, but it meant that Kath could come dancing, and she did go dancing, as you're going to see very, very shortly as well. Mary Blake's here as well. Missed a great night. She went to the theatre, but okay, we know we had to move the date, so we won't hold that against you. And Maureen and Ray Harris also, that they were at the theatre as well. I think. Anyway, Alan Slater, all the way from New Zealand. Hello, New Zealand. Yeah, it must be strange out there because you have obviously, being in the southern hemisphere and all that. You don't get the Christmases we have here because it's summertime out there. And in fact, the thought of summer's quite pleasant at the moment, I can tell you. Jeff Wallace, all the way from Lincolnshire, is here tonight, waiting to have a go at the anagram, which we've got coming up very shortly. Also, Queen Bee is here tonight as well. And Mr. Noseh himself, Steve Picker, is also here, apologising he hasn't had time to upload the latest Noseh. Well, I'd got one already put to one side. I thought, that'll be a nice one to show tonight, so that's good. Now listen, close your eyes and think now of Carol Beasley. Yeah, she's tucked up in her thermals and ready for another live stream. Pictures to follow. Also, other people that are coming. Kay Norton, hi Kay, you're here as well. Nice to know that you've joined us. Maureen and Ray are here. I think the gang's all there. Jim Kirby, hi Jim, he's back in foreign climes. Me and Jim, we bumped into each other in Audi the other week, didn't we? And it was great to see you, mate. Honestly, really, really good. And thanks for tuning in. Blimey, it's 22:36 there. That's the time, not the temperature, you understand. And John Denny, I would have come Wednesday. I got stuck in the snow. Go away, John. You should have your book with you at all times. So when you're sitting there and think, what shall I do for free? I know. I'll get on with my book, Paul. Anyway, we move on. I know, someone said a New Year's resolution, Paul. Why don't you leave John Denny alone? My New Year's resolution is, why should I? Good. No, but Dangerous Den's book, I think, is out tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. A couple of days' time. Dangerous Den's book, Burbage Boyhood, hitting the shelves and beating John Denny's by years. You see, in the chat room, what book? Yes, and Kath Denny said, I won a lovely gingerbread house in the raffle as well. We'll be looking, if you missed the party, we'll be featuring the stuff, a bit of footage from the party very shortly. But as it's a Sunday night, not far from Christmas now, it seems like it's been, I don't know, obviously given all what's been going on in our family, and it's all a bit strange as in, you know it's coming, but we've got other things to deal with before all that, and not really focused properly on it. So there you go. Yes, Dennis Perkins, Dangerous Dennis, you can see in the chat room, just said hopefully available on Amazon midweek. Get your copies of A Burbage Boyhood. We can do great things for your sales. As we could, John Denny, all he's got to do is publish the blasted thing. Okay, come on, let's move on. 6 of the best. Let's get on to 6 of the best first. So you can start working on that. Pretty easy tonight. Are you all set? 6 of the best. Here it comes then. My question for number 1, and if you've been paying attention to our videos and stuff, you will know all of these tonight. We start off with question 1. Who was Robert James Lees? And don't say Mr. and Mrs. Lee's son, because that won't cut it. Who was Robert James Lees of Hinckley? A lot of you should already know that. So that is question 1 in tonight's 6 of the best. Question 2. Our general knowledge question tonight. Which creatures did St. Patrick drive out of Ireland? Little bit of sympathy coming in for John Denny now. Daniel Coburn. I do feel for John Denny a bit. Maybe we should leave him alone for a while. No, if we do that, he'll go sleep. We'll never get it done. Question number 3. True or false? Idina Menzel sings Let It Go, Let It Go 20 times in the Let It Go from Frozen. You know the song. So is that true or false? Does she sing it 20 times? Is it true or false? That is question number 3 this evening. Now you're all going to go, oh, someone's going to put that on and start counting it while this program's on. Let's see if that is true or false. Question number 4, guess the year. Nice one, isn't it? Question 4, guess the year. Hinckley Lido opened in this year. So what year was it? You see, I'm not even giving you any years to choose from there, so you'll have to have a stab at it. Hinckley Lido opened in this year, but what year was it? That's question 4. Question 5, keep the lights coming in. Where am I? Here I am. I'm somewhere in the town, but where am I? Oh, the dizzy night. I about fell over when I took this picture. But where am I? Somewhere in Hinckley, where you can see them 2 little dormer windows. But I'm saying no more. Just leave it on the screen a few moments. There you go. And are you ready for tonight's Anagrammio? Kit Parker, stay behind after the broadcast. You're in detention tonight for coming in late. Here we go with the anagram question. The anagram questions. David Blower, are you paying attention? Luncheons northerly picturesque. Luncheons northerly picturesque. The clue I put there is no Prime Minister here. I'm not even going to give you any clues to start with. I want to see how well you do without any actual clues. Okay? I will go as far to say we're not in Hinckley with this one tonight. That's as much as I'll say. I will now also tell you that the anagram has been formally cracked and approved by Mrs. G. So there is no missing letters or anything like that. It works. So I'm not going to give you any more clues at the moment, other than it's not Hinckley. Okay? Luncheons northerly picturesque, no Prime Minister here. There you go. Have a go at that. Let's go through those one more time then, shall we? Question 1, who was Robert James Lees? Who was Robert James Lees? Quite famous, actually. General knowledge, which creatures did St. Patrick drive out of Ireland? Question 3, Idina Menzel sings Let It Go 20 times in Let It Go from Frozen. I always sing that. No, I can't say that. Let it go, let it go. I could say, no, I'm going to keep it clean tonight. Oh, and good evening, little Jane and Tim. Nice to know that you've joined us this evening as well. I thought you'd given up on us. I really, really did. Anyway, so there's question number 3. Question number 4, guess the year. Hinckley Lido opened in this year. What year was it? I'm not giving any more away. I've already gave too much away tonight already. Question number 5, where am I? I am in Hinckley, yes, but where am I in Hinckley? Yeah, that's a nice little good one, actually. I think it's quite good. Okay, and the anagram. Luncheons northerly picturesque. And the clue is no Prime Minister here. And also I will tell you, it's not in Hinckley. Where we are and what we're looking for is not in Hinckley. All right? Jolly goodly. Right, okay then. That's set that out. So, how have you been this evening? Trust you've been doing well. Like I say, it's a cold one, Mrs. I went for a walk. Miss Sue went for a little walk round earlier on. And yes, there was this fog, mist, cold thing descending all around. Although the Christmas lights in the town look quite nice in that sort of ambience. But it has been a blooming cold one. And like I say, mark my words tomorrow, if there's any snow on the southeast, you are going to hear about it. But when it snows in Scotland, you don't hear about it. You mark my words, and we'll come back next time, You'll see what I mean. Good evening, John Fletcher. It's not true. They said You weren't joining us anymore. It's not. Thanks, John. Great to know that you're there as well. My word, nice. So we've got a nice full house tonight. So have a go at the 6 of the best. And like I said, do not put your answers on the screen because obviously people nick people's answers. So wait till the end when we ask you to put the answers in for each, and then we'll total up who gets what, where, when, and how. Now, Wednesday night just passed, as you know. It was the HDPP annual Christmas party. I was a little concerned because I didn't know how many people were going to come, and I'll be totally honest with you because the last few socials we've been a bit thin on the ground, so I was a bit worried. I got Glyn booked to come and do the singing. We've been and got all the nibbles and stuff, but I thought, oh, enough people are going to come. Well, in the end, there was enough there to make it just a nice, pleasant evening. Would have liked just a few more there, to be honest, just a few, but we got it. And my thanks to you if you came in and say spent the night with us. Thank you, seriously. It was, and Glyn loved it. Glyn had got a little tickly throat, so we plied him with a bit of port. Sorted him, and he said, wow, that worked. I said, yes. Anyway, oh, look, and in the old chat room, we've got this blooming, what's it? High user on this channel, good grief. People looking for girls and stuff, I know. Anyway, and as John Fletcher said, oh, you lost your voice. You see, as soon as I start working this voice now in a room, yes, it does. It's me age, you know. It is. But we're okay here tonight anyway. Yeah, and Daniel Coburn said Glyn sounded fantastic. He was on form. Rent a Crowd was also there, headed up by Dangerous Dan, who just sat there looking extremely dangerous. But these Rent a Crowd brought in did a great job. If you missed it, here comes a chance to see how things went Wednesday night at the ground and the HDPP Christmas Tarty. Take it up. Here we go. Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think.
When
Jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring, snowing and blowing up cause of the fun. Now the jingle bell has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells time, jingle bell time, dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, what a bright time! It's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go riding in the one sleigh. Giddy up, jingle on sleigh, jingle around the clock. Big Santa window and a jingle feet. That's the jingle bell rock. What we gotta have?
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
Just like the last time you know. As we round the penny of time. Just ring the bell on the pin, like the bell at the left of the carmichael stand. She's I've got a function,
On the first day of Christmas,
my little girl and me, a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me two turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me three French hens, two turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me four golden mouse, three French hens, two turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me five golden rings, four golden mouse, three French hens, two turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 kids of laying, 5 gold rings, ring my true and a partridge in a pear. On the seventh day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 swans a swinging, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 golden birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 pigs a building, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 golden birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 golden birds, 3 French hens, 2 and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 10 lords a leaping, 9 dancing, 8 7 6 5 gold rings, 4 3 2 and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 11th Christmas, my true love sent me. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the partridge in a pear tree. Here we go. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 2, and a partridge in a pear tree. Oh, I tell you.
And you can see the sort of fun we had on that night. It was great fun. And yes, my throat will go. I needed port too. But it was great. Glyn does a great job. And incidentally, he's singing in Jasper's this coming week. But his show is sold out. If you go to Jasper's, it says Glyn Morley, sold out. And but I do know on Tuesday Neil Mason will be singing. So I think there's still time to book your place there at Jasper's in the cafe. 12 till 3, I think it is. Have a Christmas lunch and have the singing and there and everything. Very, very well done. There we go. It was a great night. Thank you very much, David Starnborough. The Starnboroughs are here. Said that they really enjoyed it. And this is what we try and do at HDPP, get you all involved and have fun. I mean, this is it, and this is what we've always tried to do. And like I say, I've been a bit concerned about, getting more people in, get a few more in on the social nights. Just to tell you, on January we've got what's her name? Barbara. Is it Barbara Co? Anyway, she's coming to talk about the shoe industry in Barwell. So, like I said, a load of old cobblers will be coming your way in January. Rosemary Co, not Barbara, it's Rosemary Co. So we're looking forward to that for our January social, and then of course in February it'll be our presentation night to our good causes. Next week we'll be posting you to be able to nominate your favourite local good cause for consideration, of a donation from all your hard work fundraising for us this year. Brilliant. But anyway, lots of people saying how much they enjoyed the 12 days of Christmas. Paul Glover said, I really enjoyed the night. Brilliant, Paul. And Dennis Perkins said, yes, I'm looking forward to the cobblers. Absolutely. Right, let's go to 6 of the best again. I'm giving you, if you're a little bit late and you want to catch up, let's start one more time. So question 1 in 6 of the best so far. Don't put your answers up yet. We're only halfway through. Who was Robert James Lees? Who was Robert James Lees? Now I can hear you already tapping away on Google. But yes, quite a famous guy. And like I say, and he's local. Which creatures did St. Patrick drive out of Ireland? And true or false, Idina Menzel sings Let It Go, Let It Go. Yeah, 20 times in Let It Go from Frozen. Is that true or false? Question number 4, guess the year Hinckley Lido opened in this year. What year was it though? He's not even gave us a multi-choice question. No, what year did it open then? Oh, question number 5, where am I in Hinckley? Where am I? And even now, some of you are going around on Google Street. I know what you do. I can see you know. And number 6, the anagram questions. Now then, David Blower said, I don't know where to start with the grandma. Right, okay then. Luncheon's northerly picturesque. I will tell you, as usual, I'm looking for a pub. It's not in Hinckley, so I've told you that much. And the clue, no Prime Minister here. That will make sense to you as soon as you get the name of the pub. Trust me, you will know then. So we'll draw that out a bit longer. I don't think anybody else has yet said that they've got the Haniogram yet. So maybe this means I can go for a drink in the Greyhound at lunchtime next week. After all, it's Mrs. G's birthday, but I'm not to tell you that. And, so who knows? Maybe you get a special pint in for that. So there we go. Luncheon's northerly picturesque. We're looking for a pub. It's not in Hinckley. The clue being no Prime Minister here. But where are we? Paul, and there's even a queue in it. Oh, right. So that's where we are. That's where we are with the anagram. I'm enjoying it tonight. Are you? Got the old snazzy jumper on. I've only wear it a couple of times a year, you see. So it's best to get out. Yeah. John Fletcher says, 21 again, Mrs. G. And Gary Bettley's here. Gary says, just in time to say good night all. Good night to all. Been on Skype with me mum. There you go. Your mum, Gary, she's lovely. Obviously not seen her for a very, very long time, but bless Olive, she's a lovely lady. Also, Anne Hunt says, my granddad was a clicker, because we're talking about cobblers. Yeah. And it shows how old we're getting here at HDPP, because when we put up about Clickers Way, a lot of people didn't know what Clickers Way was named of and about of. And some people not knowing what clicking is at all. And you think, such a shame. That's why we need to keep renewing this and telling people things, and new people come along and they get to know why. There you go. Anyway, right, that's that. Scares me when she does that. I get quite frit at times. However, let's have a little bit of Christmas past now. I thought we'd have a little mosey around the town. I usually show this every year. I thought, tonight, blow it. Let's do it tonight. And we are going to go around the town and have a look tonight. Now, if I'd have got my screens right, here we go. It should work now. There we go. Christmas past in Hinckley, and hopefully we should also have I thought we've got some music accompaniment. Obviously we've not. It doesn't matter. Anyway, here you have it. This picture in Hinckley, absolutely, and this is taken in new buildings, and the Christmas tree in 1963 that was standing outside the front of the chapel at the top of Stockwell Head. We all remember this building. Well, I certainly can anyway. And there it was. At the top there, so Stockwell, and the greyhound is sort of behind us at this point as well. A great Christmassy looking runway, and who can't get over how nice the Co-op used to look all those years ago. And of course, and this is the set, like part 2 of the Co-op as it was there. On the extreme left of the picture is the Wall of Noons. And so we're below Noons, looking at the Co-op buildings there. Look, we've even got a working clock. Yeah, there it is. We still need one. And of course, the other part of the Co-op was above Noons. And as I've told you many times, and you will all remember, that you could actually walk in one end of the Co-op, walk round through the store, and then pop out further down Castle Street. That's how it were. The building with the clock on, incidentally, was the first Co-op store in Hinckley. That was the very first store in Hinckley, and we've posted lots of pictures about that in the past. But that is the original first Co-op building in Castle Street before they then built the one in the 1930s, where Jaspers is today, basically. Moving on, Jake's. Who remembers Jake's? Jake's, oh, happy days of Jake's. That was the place where you could go in. Oh, hello. What's just come up on my screen? I should have done that. That's what you call a little misdemeanor. Yeah, it's gone now. You should still be looking at Jake's. That was the place when you could quite easily. I'm just trying to get some music on as well. You could quite easily go in there for your white goods. You could go in there for your records, and at the back was the record booths where you could go and listen to your records. Some people say, that was in Russell's. No, it wasn't. Trust me. And in Jake's, as I say, it was just one of those great electrical stores and record place we used to go. If you couldn't get the records in Russell, go to Russell's, you go to Jake's and vice versa. And that's how it looked in the mid-60s. Notice that next door is Moore's the Cake Shop. And further down is the Hinckley Permanent Building Society, which is today W.H. Smith and the Post Office. So just showing you how things have changed over time. Oh, hang on, I've hit two buttons at once. We're down in Regent Street now, and this is of course around 1965, and who remembers when Dagley's was down there? Yeah, Dagley's down there in Regent Street as well as in Castle Street. But notice the first Christmas lights of any note strung across the street. There you can just see it, and these were supplied by the shopkeepers of Regent Street in the day. And going along those stores, there's Noseh's, there's John Collier, there's Hutchinson's, there's the Marquis of Granby. You could just make those out, as you can see there. But as I say, the focus is on the lights. There was about 5 strings of lights across the street. Happy memories of coming as a kid, going down. Have they put the lights up yet for Christmas? Now, in the 1980s, this is mid 1980s, a view down Castle Street with some of the very first Christmas lights that the town had, and these were sponsored by all the shops. And if you look inside the lights, as you can see, there was like little adverts showing who had contributed to have these strings of lights across the road. And there you can see the various things. And these were the days back in old light bulbs. Today we have LEDs, which has transformed how Christmas lights look, really, because you can do so much more with LED lights. But back in the days when we had Curry's, Halfords there, you can see on the left-hand side as well, Stead and Simpson. We'd still got Burton's back in them days. All those shops that we used to know and love, sadly gone. But Castle Street, considering overall, given the current economic climate, is not doing too bad, contrary to what anybody else might tell you, trust me. There's a daytime view looking down Castle Street in the days when Challen's carpets were still trading in Castle Street. And in the background, totally changed now, there's the leisure centre you can see dominating the skyline at the back. And as I say, remember telephone boxes being in Castle Street too? All these things, you don't sort of miss them until it's pointed out to you, do you? And that's what. And them silly planting beds. Look, yeah, the ones you'd fall over, just catch your foot on the bottom corner. Yeah, on the way home from the pub. Here's another view of those lights in Regent Street, which we were talking earlier. This is obviously the lights in '86. And once again, showing the adverts in between the lights in the circles and stuff and whatnot. And look at that in the far distance. We can still see James Bennett's factory all lit up. But there's quite a very festive looking Regent Street at the time. Today, they're not quite sure what Regent Street is. Is it a pedestrianised area? Is it a road? No, it's both. And I'll leave you to make your mind up whether you prefer it like this or whether you prefer it how it is today. The Leicester Permanent Building Society in the 1960s, once again, this has only just recently become empty because Santander was there up until, a number of months ago. But here it is, all lit up. And look at the little Arthur Witcher & Co. shop there, gentleman's outfitter there. As I say, all that's gone now, and it's boarded up. And such a shame, they're showing how banks are moving out of the high street and want you all to go online. Next door, you can see Bradley's store. Yes, that was the store you could do your Harry Worths. Every time, do a Harry Worth. You can't beat doing a Harry Worth down there. Of course, you can't do that today now either, can you? I know you've seen a lot of these pictures before, but it is nice just to stick them on and show them again. Say, the 1960s. I think this was 64, 65, the original, the Co-op Emporium, as it was known. All lit up. They always made a real good show of their stores, of course. The Mini parked outside. And these were the nights when you could look down Castle Street and all the shops had got their lights on, showing their wares, what they were selling. Sadly, today, lots and lots of shops have got the shutters on, so you don't get that lovely lit effect. It's quite cold, if you know what I mean. It's just the times we live in. These always did look nice at the top of the top end of Castle Street in new buildings here. The corner silk shop there. Look carefully where the lights are up above, and you can see Santa and his reindeer on that veranda. Isn't that great? And once again, all these were just ordinary coloured bulbs, not the LEDs that we're so used to having today. And the corner chemist also rightfully there on the corner. We do have another picture looking the other way. There we go. And these simple cutouts that was lit and stuff. But it was great. And as a kid, back in the day, of course, used to love all this sort of thing. You go and have a look at the lights at night. It was really special. And of course, that corner instantly recognisable today as Marmalade Meringue. But the shops on the right-hand side, further away from the camera, of course, they've gone and offices built there as well. Maureen Harris says the Harry Worth window puts me back a bit. Oh, I know. We're down in the borough now with outside Pickering's, that store that we all still talk about. And this was Pickering's contribution to the Christmas lights. And remember back in the day that the Christmas tree used to stand out in the borough, right outside Pickering's at the time. It wasn't until more later years that they moved it into the marketplace and things like that. There's the view the other way too. And of course this is a bit of a sad looking area at the town at the moment. There's old painted murals which they are going to do again just to brighten this bit up, because this is where of course McDonald's and the record shop stuff was there. But of course they've been empty a long time now, and it'd be nice to be able to get those units opened up again. And get shops trading from there would be really, really nice. It's easy to forget that when this picture was taken way back in the early 60s, that Halfords were in town, and the home and garden shop that you can see there on the right hand side. The E you see stands for Edwards. There's even a crocodile up there, look. And that was phase one, of course, of the Edwards building that we've featured many, many times. S.G. Bennett, the fishmonger and poulterer, and the gas showroom. You can just see that. That's the end shop, gas. Remember, you used to go in and pay your gas and electricity. You have to go into town and pay it. No, we don't do it. There's a close-up, just to give you an idea. But looking very Christmassy. And very forward-looking, I'd say that part of the town was at the time. One of my favourites of the old co-op store is this one. This is 1963, and we've posted this recently on the group. But once again, the work that went into these displays, that was just ordinary. Can you remember when they used to call them pygmy lights? I bet you can't even call them pygmy lights now. I bet you can't, but there they are. This would have looked fantastic in colour. And there you are, completely covering the first floor of the old co-op there. And look at that, and how excited we were as kids to see these all lit up at night time. We mentioned Dagley's down in Regent Street earlier. This is the Castle Street store, and of course the store itself, or the actual building, is still there today. But this is how it looked in the 1960s, and just looks fascinating. It looks like you're going to go up and have a good nosy in the windows, doesn't it? Absolutely, it does. In Upper Castle Street, that was just as popular in days. It wasn't full of estate agents then. And this was Oram's, the jewellers, and they had some lovely things in the window. In them days, of course, you could do that. You could put these things on display. Now it'd be a classic smash and grab if the same store existed there as well. A young man getting a visit from Santa in Castle Street on the Christmas lights switch on. We can see here from 1986, when we started to make more of Christmas in the town. This was just one of the. This was a shoe shop, if I remember right. I think it might have been priced right. As you can see, talking of cobblers, Santa's got some there ready for the cobblers. And as I say, starting to make the Christmas light switch on. A big event. These were the early origins of it as such. The Round Table, who were doing a great job in Castle Street yesterday, as we walked up and through with Santa there doing a good old ho ho ho. And there he is, parked there at the bottom end of Castle Street, looking down into the borough. There he is, the man himself, giving me a little wave. Then were the days when they used to switch the Christmas lights on from the balcony on the building society. That's where that is taken, looking down into the marketplace. And once again, this is the early years of the starting of the Christmas lights switch on. But we go back in time for this one. Look at that Santa, doesn't he look scary on the left? It looks a bit scary to me. No wonder the little girl's a bit pensive there, you can see. These were taken in Francis, which is of course now W.H. Smith in Castle Street. But you may remember Francis in Castle Street, straight opposite the old Woolworths store. And here we are, Santa arriving in style in a sporty car. Got the Salvation Army playing outside, and these people waiting to meet Santa on that day way back in the 1960s. Good heavens, look at that. I hope you enjoyed that little bit. What I've got to do now, I've got to, at the same time, I've got to stop that music. Thank you very much. Come back here. I enjoyed that. Are you all settled down? Carol is all snuggled up. Isn't you, Carol? And there's lots of memories being recalled there. Now let's see where we to. Yes, Jim Kirby says the lights look better than the ones that Hinckley have now. Okay, Jim. Paul Glover said it brings back memories. And Maureen Harris said, she said, blimey, the Harry Worth window puts me back a bit. I know, that's brilliant. Yeah, and Maureen said, I spent many hours looking round Pickering's when I worked at the old Lloyd's Bank in the Borough. Yeah. Daniel Coburn says, I enjoyed that, thank you very much. Yeah, a lovely little stroll around, absolutely. One more time for Six of the Best, then we're going for a nosy tonight. Our Steve is, we're going to revisit a nosy, which I thought was really good, so we're going to put that one in tonight. But before we do, let's get to Six of the Best, and I'll get on to question number one for you. I want to know, who was Robert James Lees? Yes, that's question one. Famous. And he's easily overlooked, but he is famous. Question two. Which creatures did St. Patrick drive out of Ireland? I think everyone's Googled that already. True or false? Idina Menzel sings Let It Go 20 times in the song Let It Go from Frozen. Does she? Is that true? Is it false? Or are you listening and counting them right now? Question four. The Hinckley Lido opened in this year. What year though? I haven't put it in, you see. Yeah. What year then did the Lido open in Hinckley? 5. Where am I? I am in Hinckley, I will tell you that much, but whereabouts in Hinckley am I? And on to the old anagram question. I don't think anybody's got the anagram yet, to be honest. Normally Ray pipes up, so he got the anagram, but I think it's got a few of you thinking tonight. Good. I'm on for a drink at the pub in the week then. Luncheon's northerly picturesque. The clue being no Prime Minister here. And we are looking for a pub somewhere in the Hinckley area, but we're not in Hinckley. We are not in Hinckley. So let's see how you do with that. Oh, goody. I do like it when it's like that, you know. I really... I just do. Right, we're going to have a nosy now. I want to settle back and enjoy what we've got lined up for you next time. Because this particular one that Steve did earlier on in the year, I thought was really good because there was so much going on, so much to appreciate. So, settling back, keep looking at those questions and get the anagram. While you're doing that, let's go for our nosy with our very own Steve Pick, who, by the way, I've seen today, the guy where he gets his cobs from has made him an advert and everything. I've seen on Let's Explore. Carol's got the anagram. No, Carol, no. That means I can't go for a celebratory drink. There's a Noseh.
fancy seeing you here.
Fancy seeing you.
It's
Yeah,
you,
buddy.
it's delighted Dave.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. How we diddling? Hey, hello, heyo, hello, hey up and welcome. Welcome to another bit of nosiness. It's New Year's Day. It's not at this point, it's New Year's Eve, but this has been uploaded on New Year's Day. Fancy bumping into Delighted Dave. He did come with me in the car and I did pick him up at 7 o'clock this morning. Right then, what's the dealio Dave? Well, I'll tell you what the dealio Dave is. Look at that. That's an impressive sight, isn't it? Now, what you're looking at there, I'm not going to give this location away, but this is a mighty impressive watermill that was built in the 1700s. And we're going to go in there and have a nosy because guess what? The cameras just fell over. I tell you what though, Dave, we're really professional on this channel, aren't we? I mean, I've lost me wind muffler, so Dave's provided me with a pair of his boxer shorts. Look, do you know what I mean? It's not really. It's for cleaning for wiping his camera lens. Don't worry. But yeah, without any further ado, let's take you in there and have a reet good nosy. Come on, Dave. I think you're going to enjoy this. Wow, look at this, Dave. I mean, look at this here. Wow.
This is what it's all about.
Well, it is. That's why we do it. Never mind that. Let's get in here. Come on. Look at these big flagstones here, look. They're nice, aren't they? They're massive, they are.
This is incredible.
It is amazing. There's a brick here. Right, so you can probably hear the rushing of water. So this would be where the wheel still is. Wow, it's still here. Oh my God, look at the size of that wheel. That is humongous. You've still got the water rushing through down here, look. This is absolutely amazing, everybody. What a sight this is. I can't really get in there. I'm not going to walk on that plank there because it looks rotten, but this is incredible, Dave. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, just look at the wooden paddles that are still there on it. Absolutely amazing. But of course, the water rushes through here now. Now, it's been allowed to do that since the mill was finished with. But what you've got here, look, see these workings here? That is part of the old sluice gate. And here's the interesting bit. Here, I think, is where they used to open the sluice every day to get the mill working and functioning. So you'd have had a key, a handle on here, turn that, and it would have indeed lifted the sluice gate up. Now this little mechanism here, that obviously holds this cog in place to keep it open, I assume. Can you see what I mean? Look, we've got that in between the two teeth there. But amazing, incredible. I mean, God knows how big that wheel is. It's the widest one I've seen since filming these adventures anyway, but yeah, stunning. So of course, where Dave's just been sticking his nose, that is where the wheel is. And of course, that would have been attached to all this gear in here. And it's amazing that this is still all here in situ. Incredible. I mean, just look at this here. Wow. Just absolutely wow. I'm to be honest with you, people, I'm a bit lost for words. We drove all the way out here today, expecting this to be all properly locked up. But to be able to get in here and look at this is something else, isn't it, Dave? Right, so how can you get bored in this beautiful nation of ours when you got all this stuff to look at? You can't get bored, can you, Dave?
No.
I don't get bored, he don't. But I mean, you know, look at all this down here. I mean, the engineering that's taking place here to build all this, it's second to none. And here it still is. Yeah, what's that then?
Wooden wheel, isn't it?
Oh, wooden wheel.
Wooden wheel and a wooden belt gone round there.
Ah, yeah. So, oh shit. So a belt would have gone round there once. Interesting. Now, for me, these look like old seed drills for planting seeds in fields, of course. I mean, these are incredible. Do you know what, Dave? This is a dream for you, isn't it? Photography-wise.
Yeah, I've not even started yet.
No, it's amazing. But yeah, there's some sort of a chute here, look. That's interesting. And there's a few levels to this place as well. There's so much to see. I mean, just look everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's something to see. Yeah, belt drives, yeah. Yeah, still, yeah, like Dave says, look at that up there. I mean, it's fallen off, it's slipped off, but you've still got a belt on that one. But yeah, these are two amazing pieces of equipment, very old, definitely seed drills, and I'll show you how they worked actually, because this one at the back is a great example of a seed drill from back in the day. Wooden cartwheels on it, look. Absolutely amazing. But right, so, oh, just a bit stuck. So what you'd have done here, so you'd have put your seed in the top here, Fisons. So yeah, your seed would have gone in there, as you can see. And then it found its way into these mini individual shoots, look, can you see that? So one there, one there, one there. They go all along the back of the machine. Then the seed finds its way into these individual pipes here, look, these shoots. And then they disperse here, look. See that? So, you know, in terms of seed drills, these machines haven't changed an awful lot since they were invented. I mean, I think they're pretty much still the same now, same system of working as what you've got here. But absolutely fantastic piece of kit. I feel so privileged to have been in here today to look at this amazing structure and these pieces of old machinery. So we've actually come up a level now, and as you can see in the distance, there's more workings there. But like Dave's just pointed out, look at all this corn still on the floor here. I mean, it must be so old. You've even got sacks here, Dave. There's still sacks here. So it's, to be honest, as many of you know that watch my videos, I love mills, anything to do with mills. Even if it's just a trace of a mill still left in a river. But, you know, for me, I don't think I'm going to find any better than this, ladies and gentlemen, to come and look at with these adventures. I mean, to find a mill like this, in the condition it's in, I mean, you have to watch where you're walking in places here, but to have all these workings still intact like that there, you know, it's quite rare for us, isn't it, Dave? To be honest. Just look at this. So as you can see there, got a very big worrying hole in the floor. We're not going to go walking over there, but if you can probably hear that, you can hear the water. So beneath where that floor has fallen in there, that's where the wheel is. And of course, I showed you the gearing next to where the wheelhouse was downstairs. And of course, that is all joined up to this here. And what's quite amazing is on this gearing, you can still see an old, you know, driving belt there, still intact where it should be. That's incredible. I've never seen stuff like this before, Dave.
No, I haven't.
Never. Not intact. I mean, at Shepshed Watermill, yeah, you know, that's still being used to a degree, but
This is really interesting, Steve. Remember the guy at Shepshed telling us how to put the wooden teeth on, look?
yeah, just carve. That's it. Yeah, so you can see here. Just move your torch away, Dave. You've got the wooden teeth here. So to still see them there, that's amazing as well.
They're still numbered, look, number 12. Yeah, I think if you jammed up these cogs, these wooden teeth are just break rather than seize everything up. They just all snap. It was like a safety thing.
You're just full of knowledge, you are, aren't you, Dave?
I remember him telling us at Shepshed. I mean, it's just, I'm in awe of the fact that they're still here.
I am as well. You see that over there, look? That driving belt, just the other side of that, what I could only describe as chicken wire. Can you see that? It's still on a wheel in situ where it should be. It looks quite tight still as well. So to do, you know, if someone could switch all this on still, it'd still do its job, I think. But yeah, I mean, just look at this here. So you have to watch where you walk here. It's always part of the job, isn't it? Watching what you do. But look at this here, down here, look. There's a chute there, look. So amazing. But this mill, you know, like I said earlier, I'm not actually sure how old it is. We think it's been extended. We think it was, the original part was built in the 1700s, the late 1700s possibly, or a bit earlier. But it's definitely been extended in the 1800s. Look at this behind you, Dave. Got a hoist here, look.
I know, I've had a look down.
Still got the chain. Wow, look at that. Superb.
So the bags of corn would have been hoisted up there, I would have thought.
Yeah, I think so. Look at this driving belt here. Again.
No, this is that big one from downstairs.
Isn't it amazing?
Look, wooden end, look at this wood here.
Yeah, yeah.
Stop the belt from coming off.
Pretty, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Pretty damn amazing, that's what I'd say. Right, so as my wonderful associate has just pointed out here, we've got a belt here, look. Some sort of driving belt, but it's a driving belt unlike no other, isn't it, Dave? Because you have indeed got scoops on it, look. See that? So it was obviously going into corn or something. Must have been, eh, Dave?
Yeah,
Scooping corn and then tipping it somewhere. But it's amazing, yeah. I'm struggling to work it out. But that's what they definitely are. I've never seen anything like that. It's wonderful, aren't they? They're amazing. Yeah, they are absolutely amazing. I think that's all that's going to be said on this video, I think.
Look at the wear on them stairs where people have run up over the years, look.
Yeah, very precarious stairs as well, aren't they? Yeah, I can see what you mean.
See where
Yeah,
they're worn out?
Yeah, they have as well. Been a lot of feet up and down them, though,
Yeah.
haven't there?
Yeah.
Very steep stairs as well, aren't they, in these mills?
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Just like blocks it off.
But ain't that an amazing bit of detail that we've still got this bit of sack?
Yeah.
This Essian sack, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or whatever you call it, still wrapped round here. Just these little details, isn't it, Dave?
It's everything, mate.
Yeah. Dave's performing his magic with his camera, I see.
Steve.
What you seeing now?
All these years.
He's always got to touch stuff, isn't he? You're like a kid.
It still works.
Oh, let me show you. You lot are as bad as him. And me. Go on, Dave. Be like a child.
After all these years, look.
Yeah. So what do we think this we're doing? Separating the chaff? The chaff or whatever you call it.
But this one looks interesting. Look.
It's definitely to do with corn anyway. So what's it? Hold on, what's this say? WB Stubbs and Son, Progress Works, Hawksworth, Nottinghamshire. It's a riddle, look. Right, so if you like then, this machine here, it's a sieve or it's a riddler of some sort. So what they're doing, I assume then, because as you can see here, you've still got bits of corn all over the hockey, look. So what they're doing then, Dave, they're feeding this corn through and they're getting the crap out of it before they mill it. I assume that's what they're doing. I mean, they weren't putting Budweiser through it, look. Other beers are available. But, you know, whatever's going on here, it's a fantastic bit of kit. And to still have it here, where it should be, is amazing. And for me, that means it's a 10 from Len. Right, so what's fascinating here, you've got this piece of machinery that Dave is trying to get going, as per usual. And as Dave has just pointed out, this is a water-powered generator. That's what you said, didn't you?
Yeah, but it's a pump.
Yeah, and it's a pump, and I'll show you as to why that is in a minute. It all becomes very clear. When I first came in here, I didn't really understand it. Comprehend, that's a better word to use. But yeah, it's fascinating, this is.
To show them on these here.
You what, mate?
Because when I turn this wheel, they actually operate.
Yeah. Let's show the ladies and gentlemen at home. Oh shit. Right, so as you can see, Dave's got it Dave's got it working. So this, if you like then, is a water-powered generator. And I'll give all the credit here to my associate here, Dr. Dave, because round here, So these, look, these are pumps. These are pumps here, so they would have been going up and down, up and down, up and down. Drive belt on there that would have gone to this big wheel here.
Yeah.
Now, the wheelhouse is in there, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah.
That's over there somewhere at the end of the building. So, yeah, another piece of fantastic machinery, this. There were great minds, weren't there, Dave?
Oh,
These people were.
It's just fascinating.
Yeah.
And it's all still here, and we can turn it by hand.
Yeah. You've certainly been turning it.
Oh, the crudeness, look. And the balancing weights.
Yeah.
Look, the balancing weights, like I said, that would have been like a float thing.
You are clever.
Yeah, it's just...
You're on form today.
I'm on form today.
Must be that cold porridge you've had. Hey, you ain't had a Melvin Cobb yet.
Oh,
I know, it's amazing. You ain't got to tell me, Dave. But I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we've found something else. Well, I actually found this. Dave didn't. He's getting no credit for this. Just look at this baby over here. Right, so when I got here, I said to you, I wasn't sure when this was built. Now, I'd seen online that someone said there was some graffiti in here from the 1700s. Well, just look at this. Now, you'll struggle to make it out in this light, I think. But just there, that looks like 1762. That's definitely a 1, that's definitely a 7, that's definitely a 6, but I'm not sure if that's it. Yeah, I think that is a 2 actually. Then above, we've got some more. I'm not sure what that says. I think that's somebody's initials, maybe a T and an S. Then here, we've got TB 1777. Now, I don't know if there was a tuberculosis outbreak here then. And then just above, we've got some more that's unreadable. So for me, this part that you're looking at, because this is an outside wall. What we've got here, where this machinery is that I've just been showing you, this is like a lean-to, if you like, a wooden lean-to. But ain't that incredible, those dates? So yeah, 1762. So we pretty much then know that this was here, this wall, this mill, the old part of it was here, as early back as that. Stunning. I'll tell you something, if only walls could talk, eh? I could sit there all night with a few beers listening to them, I know that much. Massive, aren't they?
Oh, look, they're just doing these wooden peg things.
Yeah.
To stop them.
They're incredible.
Architecture.
Yeah, it's the details. This is why we do what we do, isn't it? Because
this fascinates me. First glance, people think, oh, they're metal.
yeah,
They're not. They're bloody wood. They're probably oak.
yeah.
Yeah, they're probably oak.
They're still here, not rotted away.
No, they're metal.
And this is why we love what we do, isn't it, Dave? You know,
Yeah.
there's always something to discover. You know, it's what we've got left, what there is to see. I mean, this place, everyone in this local area will know about this because it's right next to a village, it's right next to a public footpath. You know, and we've drove the best part of 50 miles to come and have a look, haven't we, Dave? And people just stroll by here, not really giving it much thought, but we do. We love it, don't we? So we think this is where they were filling the sacks of corn up. I mean, it makes sense to me. We're on the bottom floor here.
Yeah.
The main door is, I think they were probably using this door behind the camera here. But, yeah, and I love these details, look, Dave. You've still got these, sliders here, look. Yeah.
So obviously when they weren't using this one, they closed it off.
Yeah. Right, what are you getting in a flap about now, Dave?
Oh, I'm just saying.
Tell the world.
The beams that are holding the floor up,
Yes, there is a big beam there and it's been chopped.
they've chopped that. There's the other half of it there. To put this, all I can assume, is a chute and some stairs in.
I know, and we've just been walking above that.
I know.
Don't tell Marion and Vanessa, eh? Hey.
How on earth they got away with it back then?
Yeah, well, they didn't have the building inspector picking his nose, sticking his nose in
That's
there.
unreal. That's what it should look like.
Yeah, this big
It's
beam.
unreal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but to be
unreal.
honest, I mean, just look at the size of these beams here, this one here, and that one over there. They probably thought, yeah, they'll hold this bit of floor up here.
Oh, this is crazy.
That was fantastic, that was, Dave.
Amazing. One of the best explorers.
Oh, incredible. Even the sun's come out for us, look.
Can't get over all this.
I know.
Can't get over all that.
In terms of its structure, this is the best thing I've ever been to look at, Dave, period.
It's just so complete.
Yeah.
It's just so complete.
Right, so if you remember, I was telling you that this place had been extended. And you can see that. You see where you got the old red brickwork on that side. That's the original side of the building. And this side is the newer side. Is that ironstone, Dave, or limestone? Sandstone? Not quite sure. It's got a tinge of red in it, so it could be ironstone. I know there were ironstone mines round here, weren't there, in this area, I think. But, you know, even the extension on this place is old. But if you can just notice, the roof isn't that old. It's had a new roof at some point. Now, it is a parapeted roof. And as you can see, you know, each end, you've got the raised gable making it a parapeted roof. But yeah, fantastic building. The gutters need cleaning out. And I tell you what, me and Delighted Dave know for sure now that this end is the more modern, if you like, extended end. Because there's a date stone up there that I think says 1850. But this man right here will prove that, because he's going to
Take a picture.
zoom right in on it, ain't you?
Yes.
Where are you going? Can't get the staff, can you? Right, well, unfortunately, that concludes today's video, and that was absolutely amazing, that was.
One of the best things we've ever seen.
I mean, you've literally got a village behind the camera here. This location's well known. This isn't a new discovery by any stretch of the imagination, but it was so easy to get in there.
And what's left inside is just amazing.
Second to none. I think, to be honest with you, great way this is for me personally to kickstart 2022 with in terms of making videos. I mean, yes, we're not in Leicestershire, and I know a lot of you like me going to places in Leicestershire, but we can't always do that. At the end of the day, from John O'Groats to Cornwall, it's all the same bit of land, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We've got so much to discover, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in our neck of the woods. But that, for me, in terms of actual structures to go inside, that's my favourite, without a shadow of a doubt so far.
Yeah, and mine.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
Worth getting up for.
What you just won't believe what was in there. And
No.
it still moved. It still moved.
Yeah. And, you know, what a day it's been for me today. I've been out with my buddy, looked around an amazing building, and wore his Y-fronts on my muffler. Not really, it really is for wiping his camera lens. It's not for wiping anything else, believe me. Right, on that note, anything else to add, Dave?
I just want to wish all the viewers a Happy New Year.
Yeah, and from me as well, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, each and every one of you, right from the start in 2020, in the August I think it was. Really appreciate it. But let's try and drive it forward now. Let's get a few more in. Let's have a laugh and share all this wonderment. Is that a word?
Wonderment. It is now.
Yeah, it is now. I'm copywriting that.
Wonderment.
And I'll see you again for another one. Bye-bye.
What a great nose it is. I like that one, actually, because there's so much going on and so much to see. Steve, brilliant one. And like you said, can't believe it's 12 months since you did that one. Amazing. You see, thought it was ahead by wishing everybody a Happy New Year already. My word, great one. If you haven't already liked this video, please like it, because we've got more people watching than have liked. So we know. Go on, quick, give it a quick like, because it all helps with the analytics and antibiotics and stuff. If it does, if you would, that would be great. For those of you that haven't liked this, put a like, a thumbs up now, that'll be great. And like I said, always do that for every broadcast because it helps. And if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe. My word, it brings you years of good luck when you do. Try it because it really works, you know. Okay, we're at that point, just about at the end of the programme now. In a moment, now let me just set a few ground rules out here. Thank you. Somebody's like, keep that likes coming if you say just like it. That'd be great. Now then, yes, I was just going on to say, let me set a few ground rules out now. Thank you. And that is quite simply, we're going to go through the 6 of the best now, then I'm going to ask you for the answer. Now, please don't send the answer to the one we haven't yet done. So when I put up question 1, I'll say, right, who's got question 1 right? And then you can put your answer in. Please don't put your answer in for question, let's say question 5 when we're only on question 3. Okay? Because I know you'll get very excited, you know. So thank you. That's right. Keep those likes. If you're watching and you haven't liked, please like. Simple as that. That's all we're asking you to do tonight. The rest is down to yours truly. So with no further ado, some people claiming to have 6 of the best tonight. Oh, wow. We're going to find out now because I've got a feeling a couple might just trip at the last hurdle. Who knows? Otherwise known as doing in England. No, probably not. So, with no further ado, let's go to 6 of the best. Now, wait a minute. Let's start here. Yeah, now, that's it. We're starting here now. We're starting with question number 1. And thank you. Who was Robert James Lees? That's question 1 because it's a local question. Let's see who comes up with the correct answer. And no cheating. Let's see who can tell me who Robert James Lees was. What's his claim to fame? And it was quite a big one, yeah? John Denny, straight in, look, yeah. Spiritualist from Hinckley, a spiritualist, preacher, medium. Yes, that's quite right. I will accept that. Yes, he was known to have read for Queen Victoria. Okay, he read for Queen Victoria after Prince Albert, died and stuff. So Robert James Lees was claimed to have made contact and stuff with him. So there you go. Lovely. Jim Kirby saying, I love that Nosey. Well done, Jim. There's plenty more Nosey. If you go to the Let's Explore channel on YouTube, Let's Explore, as in, short for Leicestershire, you'll find loads there. Steve's done some great ones there. Okay, yes. Right then. Okay, Paul Glover said, preacher. Not quite, but as I say, he was a spiritualist, medium type of person. You know, however you want to be. I don't know how you'd identify it in today's culture. I really don't know. But that's what we were looking for. He was a spiritualist, medium, reader type of thing. Okay. I wouldn't say he's a preacher, Paul, personally. I wouldn't use the term preacher. But that you go. Anyway, moving on. Now we're moving on to question number 2. We're asking, which creatures did St. Patrick drive out of Ireland? I'm sure a lot of you have got that one. So let's see who's going to be first in with this one. Always have to wait a few moments because we wait for the answers to come up. John Denny. John, you've spoiled. I'm disqualifying you. I'm disqualifying you, John, because we're not at that yet. We're talking snakes. John Denny is disqualified because he should have waited till we got to the question. He weren't listening. John Denny is disqualified. Okay, snakes is what we're looking for. Gary Betterley, the English. Go away. We're looking for the answer, snakes. Okay. Oh, and Greg Lee says, I've just put a bit of colorisation on the co-op on the Facebook group for you, Paul. Thank you, Greg. Very kind of you. John Denny, knock a point off, I'll still have 6. You go back and get that book finished instead of playing about in here. Right then, so if you got snakes for question 2, there's always a naughty boy somewhere in the class. Honestly, for those that are watching and can't see the chat, trust me, John Denny got straight to the end. And what did I say at the beginning? Do not put your answers to the question until we get to them. What did John do? Cut and pasted the wrong one. Oh, John. True or false? Idina Menzel sings Let It Go 20 times in this song, Let It Go from Frozen. Now then, is that true or is it false? It's a bit of a tricky one, I will grant you that. So I'm assuming little Jane has played the song and counted. Let's see. So true or false first? Is it true or false? Adina Menzel sings Let It Go 20 times. Is it true or false? John Denny says false. Daniel Coburn, true. Anne Hunt says false. Paul Glover says true. Maureen Harris said false. Jane Brown says false. If you put false, you are correct. She sings it 21 times. So there you go. You've learned something. So if you put false for answer number 3, correct. Well done. It's false. She actually sings it 21 times. So give yourself a big pat on the back if you got that one right. That's for sure. Number 4, guess the year. Right then. John Denny cutting and pasting again now. Hinckley Lido opened in this year. What was the year then? What is the year for question number 4? Who's going to come through with that one? Just give it a moment. Right. Anne Hunt, 1935. John Denny, 1935. Alan Slater, 1935. Jane Brown, May 1935. Brilliant. And Carol Beasley, 1935. Paul Glover. Yeah, you've all got it. It is indeed 1935. Well done if you got 1935. Daniel Coburn said, did you watch that with the grandkids yesterday, Paul? No. No, I haven't watched it yet. Anyway, I'll go into that later. On to question number 5 now. Now then, so, where am I? I am in Hinckley somewhere. I know John Dennis got it because Kath spilled the beans earlier. Okay then, so where are we? Have a guess. Anybody that's not sure, go on, paste it in there. Yeah, Daniel Coburn says, Google says 1935. Yeah. Right, where am I? Google won't tell you that, so you got to get it right. Where are we? Anne Hunt, shrugging shoulders, no idea. Maureen Harris, Station Road above estate agents. Jane Brown, Station Road, correct. It is indeed Station Road. If Kath got it before me, Station Road, yeah. Okay, it is Station Road, and just to show you whereabouts in Station Road we are, let me just show you. There we are, look, in between the old GPO and so on. But there you go, that's where we were in Hinckley. Tonight, so just give you an idea where we are. Right, okay then, and finally, stand by, John, wait for it. The anagram question, luncheon's northerly picturesque. Now, John's been he's been Dr. Point because he cut and pasted at the wrong time. So, the clue, no Prime Minister here to luncheon's northerly picturesque. I'm asking, looking for a pub outside, not in Hinckley, but in the villages outlying. But what pub was it with the clue of no Prime Minister here? Maureen Harris, the Checkers Country in Ullersthorpe. And Jeff Wallace comes through with Checkers Country. Yeah. John Dennis put snakes. Okay, John, I see where you're coming from. Oh dear. And Anne Hunt, Checkers Country in Ullersthorpe. Absolutely. And Dave B said, I only thought of the Checkers in Burbage. Yeah, I thought some people might go for the Burbage Checkers, then realised they hadn't used all the letters up. Yes, and well done, Jane Brown. So, let's have your scores on the doors, Miss Ford. Wow, said Anna Slater. I got 3 tonight. Well done, Alan. Well done. Let's see who's going to get better than Alan then tonight. Put your scores up now, and I'll read them out just like the football results. Absolutely. So, and I'll put the, let's just put the chat back on the screen now so you can see what I'm reading. So, Alan Slater got 3. Daniel Coburn said just 3 for me. Jeff Wallace, me 2. Google 1. Anna 1. Paul Gardner 2. Maureen Harris 6. Jane Brown, yes, 6 tonight. Well done. John Denny 6 and a knock a bit off her cheek. Anne Hunt 5. Gobsmacked. Carol Beasley, the 3s for me. Kevin Beasley, 3s tonight. And Paul Glover, 5 out of 6. Gary Betterley, every time the same score. Note. Queen Bee got 4 this time. I think that was a good one this week. We'll have to have a super duper one for next week, for just before Christmas, I think. I don't know what we're going to do. Dave B, Neil. I think, well done. Congratulations to those of you who got 6 tonight. You are on a good learning curve, I would say. I don't know what we're going to do next Sunday, the last Sunday before Christmas, of course. We might just have an open house and we'll ask you all to join in and we'll chat, we'll play some music and stuff. I don't know, I'll think of something next week. But what I do know, it's been a lovely night, and just think how cold it is outside, but we've all been stuck in here right by my fire, my Christmas tree. It's been absolutely super, and I've really, really enjoyed it. So well done, and thank you for giving up your time to come and join us here, because it really is good. Yeah, Jane, I loved it. Thank you. Great program. Yes. Compliments will get you everywhere. Trust me, they will. So we'll be back next Sunday night, just before Christmas. And Mary Blake said, I've had a lovely evening. Thank you both. That's everybody's welcome. Good night, everybody. Everyone's going now. They're all clearing off. If they're all going, I'm going. So we'll be back next Sunday night. We'll have the final Sunday evening before Christmas. And I look forward to your company then. So well done. Congratulations. And remember to keep it live and to keep it HDPP. Good night. Oh, hello. Well, fancy popping back in. Fancy popping back in to see yours truly. That's amazing. Here we are with the show over. Put my feet up. Hang on, here's what we do. Put my feet up. Just a bit. You don't think I can? I am. Look, here's my foot. There. Well, have you enjoyed that? I have. Let's bring them. I'm going to be really chilled tonight. Look. Don't normally do this, you know. Just to prove that the set is bigger than the little corner we have to usually work in. But there you go. Look, still got my foot here. Look. Good job of cleaning that earlier, didn't it? No, come on, that's not very professional, gardener. Come on. Right, okay. This is part of the programme. I like to send you to bed with a little chortle, a little laugh. Oh, I must say hello, by the way, to Carol Sacconi. Carol's watching, but can't comment. Carol, I promised I'd give you a mention. Happy Christmas, sweetheart. And it was lovely to see you earlier on in the year as well, that was for sure. Okay then, so it's time to send you to bed with a little laugh and something that's going to make you giggle. And I've got some good ones tonight. Are you ready? I love the dad jokes because they just get better and better and better. Here we go, just to get you warmed up. You ready? Great, brilliant. The first few weeks of Weight Watchers, you're just finding your feet. I love that one. I think that's brilliant. Oh, dear. I got an email saying, at Google Earth, we can even read maps backwards. And I thought, that's just spam. Backwards spam. Probably not. Love this next one. I love this next one. It's really, really good, actually. I'm laughing because I can see the punchline. Me and my friends, this is one for Steve Picker. One for you, Steve Picker, if you're watching. Me and my friends put a band together. We named it 99 Megabytes. Still don't have a gig, though. I love that one. Brilliant. Oh, yeah. Do like that one. Some of these are really, really, really good, I tell you. Now then, I think I've used this one before, but it's worth another go, by the way. I went to the doctor with hearing problems. He said, can you describe the symptoms? I said, yes, Homer's a fat dude and Marge has blue hair. you know, so many people these days are too judgmental. I can tell just by looking at them. And finally, thank you. And finally, I figured out why Teslas are so expensive. It's because they charge a lot. And on that note, happy Christmas. I'll see you soon. Oh dear. Oh, I do like that one. Oh dear. You see, he's got the hiccup. Good night.